guys, it's Carrie from Carrie Bowberry Co. and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me and for checking out what I've been up to, all of my content on Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. So I'm so excited about how things are going and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So thank you so much for coming back. This week is the week of Christmas. Merry Christmas! Whee! I am a huge Christmas loving gal, so I really wanted to go all out with my spread. But you know me, I still need to have my white space for, filling in with my lists and, all that good stuff. So, I wanted to go all out, but I didn't want to go gaudy. So I I guess, met somewhere in between. However, I will say that if my target was, what my original idea was for this spread, then my dart hit somewhere on the wall around the dartboard. This evolved as I was creating it into nothing even resembling my original inspiration or idea or anything like that. So I still like the way it turned out. It's festive, it's fun, it's got all my favorite Christmassy things. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a very happy holiday. Let's get into the video.
So I'm starting off with the stockings, and I knew I wanted to try to attempt a cable knit. So I started with that first, and I was kind of playing around with it a little bit before I started recording. So that's why it seems like we are behind. But here I am just having a real struggle of a time trying to get the stockings the way that I want them. I couldn't get them even, or if I couldn't get the right shape. So, that's what erasers are for, struggles. So I'm doing kind of like a little, almost kind of like an ugly sweater pattern on that one. And so the designs are going to be white on both these stockings, and the background of it is going to be colored. So I'm going to be doing my typical drawing around the designs and then erasing my pencil lines later because of that non-gel pen life. So I'm going in now and I am making these little gift boxes. So I'm just trying to make them look 3D and like they're just kind of in a haphazard pile under the tree. And then when I color them later, they're gonna kind of look like those cute presents that you see on Pinterest that are just wrapped in the plain neutral paper with the colorful bows. So these are our Christmas Eve plans. We're going to a family Christmas Eve party, so I am just kind of making a little box decorated with holly. And then I'm just making a little wreath here for the actual day of Christmas. And I'm writing merry and bright, but my T kind of ran into my Y, so now I'm going to make it smaller, and then I'll just add some more holly to tie in with the other side. So on Christmas Eve, I am lettering out "Oh Holy Night" because I love that Christmas carol, but also because that's the reason for the season, so I wanted to incorporate that into the spread and just acknowledge that. And down here I am doing the same pattern as I did on my far right stocking, and I'm just doing this to kind of look like washi tape down here. So I'm just doing that same little pattern. And then once again, this design will be white, and I will just color the background of my little quote washi tape. So I'm just lightening the pencil lines so that you can't see them through the marker, and then I'm just going to start coloring. So I did the leaves, and now I'm going with the berries. I started with a lighter red, and then I'm doing a little bit of shading with a darker red. And then I am just using this kind of neutral tan to make a box, but I'm going to go and change my mind later and cover that up with a different color. So here is my evergreen leaf, and this is what I was talking about in my video last week when I was telling you guys how easy it is to draw evergreen, whether you're drawing a branch or you're drawing a wreath or whatever. It's just you literally draw the twig. So that's what I did in brown, and now I'm just going on each little twig and adding little lines for the pine needles. So super easy. It's just a little bit time consuming, but I think that it makes a really pretty outcome. And so I'm just going to color the background of my sweater pattern here, and it's going to be this light gray color. And I'm just going around first to outline the design so that I don't, it just makes it a little bit easier for me for whatever reason. And now it looks like I've got this cute little custom washi tape. However, that gray color made me hate the tan color, so I went over the tan with the gray. So now the presents are getting some color, but I kind of wanted them to look neutral, so I am using that same neutral gray for the wrapping paper, and then I'll add color with the ribbons. So here is a red and green plaid that you typically see around Christmas time. And so this one, I am just trying to make it look like one of those layered bows that uses multiple different kinds of ribbon. So I've got some red, I've got some green, and there's some plaid in there as well. And then this one, of course, is going to get that red and black buffalo plaid ribbon because I just can't help myself. I can't stay away. So I just did the red first, and now I'm going in with my Sharpie pen that's black and just making little teeny tiny dashes that go horizontally, and then doing the same dashes going vertically so that it makes the crisscross pattern, and where they overlap it's darker, so it mimics that buffalo plaid sort of effect. And then the last one is just polka dots because, you know, I was done with the presents, to be honest. So I'm just going in with that cable knit that I was so excited about, and I actually really love how this turned out, but I just went over the parts that I was trying to add shadow. I just went over it more times with the same gray marker so that it would kind of give a darker effect without actually having to use a darker color. And now I'm just going around this intricate sweater design. So I'm outlining everything first to make it easier for me to color it in, and so that I don't accidentally mess up the intricacy of the pattern. So I originally wanted to do a neutral Christmas spread with just hints of red and green, but because I used color on the stockings, it just went completely rogue and ended up being a pretty colorful spread, even though I was going for neutral. But I love it. It ended up really cute. And I'm just going through and doing the little monograms on the stocking for all of the members of my family. I, of course, got the cable knit stocking because I was so proud of it, and I just really wanted to go for cable knit, and I nailed it, so that one was mine. With the Merry and Bright lettering, I actually was trying to use the Crayola Supertips like calligraphy pens, using more pressure on the downstrokes rather than doing my faux calligraphy, but that was a pretty big fail. It wasn't even really the markers. I think it's just because I stink at it and haven't really dabbled in that skill too much, so I guess that's something to work on for the future. And the dates up here, I realized that the stockings were a little bit too high, so I just kind of made it look like the dates were underneath of the stockings, like they were stickers or something that were placed over top of the dates. So here is my handy dandy habit tracker. So if you've never seen any of my videos before, that's just what I use to track little daily habits that I like to get done pretty often, or things that I kind of have to bribe myself to do, or things that I forget to do. Like I sometimes forget to take my medicine, or I need to reward myself for washing all of the bottles that are piling up in the sink, all that kind of stuff. So things that I need to remember, things that I need reminders, that sort of thing. And then here's my next week box, because I like to have a little glimpse into what needs to go on my planner for next week. And here is Carrie trying to fit Christmas in this skinny column, so I ended up just splitting the word up because it was just too long for that skinny box. So we're going to a Christmas party that evening, so I just put that in there all cute with my faux calligraphy, because as we discovered, real calligraphy is not in my repertoire yet. So we're putting Merry Christmas in the wreath here, just because we have so many people to visit on Christmas that we kind of just have to split the day up all crazy, so I just didn't even want to bother putting all of those plans and that whole schedule, because we honestly don't even really have a schedule. We just kind of have to go with the flow that day. Do you guys have to do that? Do you have to see like a whole bunch of different people and go to different houses and stuff like that on Christmas? Okay, sorry, rant over. So just putting the lines down, and then this spread is all done.
Alright guys, that was it. So I really hope that you liked it. I really hope that you are having a fantastic holiday, week of holiday. I hope that you got to eat all the yummy goodies. I hope that you got everything that you wanted and all that good stuff. I will definitely see you in my next video. I have a lot of ideas for a January monthly spread. I have some ideas for next week, which is the week of New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. I hope that if you haven't already, that you check out my Instagram. It is at @CarrieBowberryCo, and I post all of the pretty pictures of what my spreads look like when they're completely filled in after the pens. So that's my favorite thing to show off. So yeah, please check that out. And I would love it if you would subscribe. I think I have 3 subscribers now, so I'm moving on up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so thankful that you take the time out to, follow along with me. So thank you so much. It's such a gift, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. Mwah. I will see you next time.